Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John and I've just received this through the post from Custom Creations. Now you might remember in a previous video when I showed this, I did receive previously from Custom Creations the cover, the Video Nasty cover to go and put in this set. I'll leave a link to that video down below and check it out. But basically you see this here has been recreated for a cover that goes on the Amory case and it looks absolutely spectacular. So check that video down below to see what Custom Creations can do in the way of covers for an Amory case. Now, what I've got in here is a different item altogether. I'll get into this and I'll show you what it is. I'm really interested to see this one and I can't wait to show you what it is. So what do I say? Nurse Barry Scalper, please. Thank you very much. Now I'm going to leave a link to the Instagram account of Custom Creations down below. Check it out because that's the best place to get in touch with Custom Creations and you can talk about what you would like from this service. Absolutely brilliant. And I've chosen today in this package, I've chosen something which is completely different from the custom cover for this one, which is brilliant. And I'll show you what it is in here. It's to do with a Video Nasty. And the reason why I picked this one is because for me, at this point, I find this is going to be one of the hardest Video Nasties to get. I don't think it's readily available in any sort of form. I think it's been out before in DVD, here, there. And it's one that I don't see it coming out in any time in the future, if at all. Now, if you're seriously collecting the Video Nasties in totality, if that's a word, you will need to get some of these really obscure ones, and you might have to go and pay about 80 to £100 to get it just on VHS. That is if the VHS works. Then, if you wanted to, you would have to transfer it across the DVD or even on Blu-ray, and it's a bit of a task, I'll tell you that much. And you've also got to source all of this stuff out, and it's not cheap. Now, with this service here from Custom Creations, I've kind of went and done that. I'll show you what I'm going to what it's all about. I'll get this opened. So in here is, I'll show you the business card first, and I will leave it up on the screen. There's the business card, and I'll put it up on the screen there so you can see what's going on and you can read that at your leisure. Do get in touch on Instagram though if you want the fastest service. Before I show you what I've got here, this is a list of all the things you can get. My God, look at this. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets. Maybe, yeah, 4 sheets full of Video Nasties and really hard to get stuff. There's some amazing titles down here. Really are. Ones that I haven't seen offered for sale for a long time. Yeah, 4 pages. What I've picked up in here is, wow, is you ready for this? Boogeyman or Boogeyman 2. This is the custom slip. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the deadliest of them all? What I'll do is I'll show you this in more detail downstairs. You'll see an overhead one. Now this art here, I haven't seen this art before. And here it is. Look at this. If you think that's good, I'll put that down a bit. This is a Blu-ray. Now it's not a Blu-ray. It is on Blu-ray format, but the source of this is taken from the VHS, and you're going to watch this on VHS as if you're watching the VHS quality. Like I said before, if I was to do this, this would cost a lot of money to get this sent over to me. Don't know what the tape would look like, and I'll show you some screenshots of this film. Now, the reason why I picked this film is because I don't see this getting released anytime soon, or if at all. It is the sequel to The Boogeyman, obviously, which was a video nasty banned video nasty in itself. The reason why I think this got banned as well is because it's probably guilty by association of the title, and also it's because it shows a lot of flashbacks to the first film, which probably has a lot of gore in it, although it's not that gory. So, you ready for this? Look at that. Now, I've got to say, I am a huge fan of this cover. I've never seen this before, this version of this film at all. But perhaps because with this being a kind of more or less like a with flashbacks heavy film, a bit like Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, if you've seen that one, you know what I mean. This one here is meant to be just the same, but the fact is that it's been recreated with the whole VTC original cover. You just don't see this thing at all. I've never seen this at all physically in the wild or to buy or anything in my travels through the whole physical media journey. Never seen it at all. But here you go. You've got this lovingly recreated. It says color 79 minutes. But I don't know how that plays out in the film, whatever that's got to do with it. I'm not too sure whether or not they just picked an image and put it on there. But I really like that cover. Now, oh, okay, we'll get in here. You get Inside Out. This is what you get in it. You get Inside Out, which is taken from the Bogeyman. That's the cover that was on, well, part of the cover that was on the Barn Video Nasty, which I'll go and get in 2 seconds because I've got one up there. So this is the Bogeyman, the first film from 1980. This was released in the Slasher Classics collection. And also, I've got the Vinegar Syndrome 4K. Now, both of these look amazing. The picture quality on this is stunning. And the 4K on here is unreal. This is a great version here. You do know from Vinegar Syndrome and 88, you're going to get some great additions. Now, you would think that it would be a knocking bet that either Vinegar Syndrome or 88 would have released the second one, but it's nowhere to be seen. Probably stuck in rights battles, or it's just not available, or they can't find anything to do with it apart from the VHS cut, or print, should I say. So that's the interior there, and that's the full version. Although I will show you a better version of this. I will show you it downstairs so you'll see it more up close and personal. And on here you do get, look at this, you get disc art as well. And this is on a Blu-ray, but it is the VHS. If you were buying the VHS now and you were sticking it in the VHS player, that is the quality you would see on here. I do think that on when you get these ones from Custom Creations, they are VHS ports, I think, for most of them. I could be wrong on that, but I think most of them on that list will be the original VHS, and they are set up in this way for you to see, have this amazing sort of retro look. Now, it's twofold for me because I don't think you can get this one at all. I really want to see it, I really want to own it. It's one of the hardest ones to get. You would probably be looking at God knows how much when you got in a second-hand market. But the fact you can get this version in more or less a brand new form with a slipcover, everything. It's great. So it was a no-brainer to pick this one. There are a few more that I like that in the video nasties, which you just cannot get for love nor money in any way, shape, or form. Or they were released in a really strange double bill with something you can't get that double bill as a Vinegar Syndrome one, and I think it's a really hard one to get. I think it's called Corruption, the main film, which I'm not really interested in, but the second film, I think it's Don't Go Near the Park, something like that. That's on there, but it is rock hard to get. So it shows you that would be one that I'd be looking for on Custom Creations. So you've got this. Also, as well, there is a picture in here from there. I would imagine it's from. I don't think that's from the Bogeyman. Doesn't ring any bells, or it could be. I'm not too sure. Yeah. So that's in the interior. So you've got that. Goes in there. I will stick that in there as well. So, what a set. What a slipcover. Yeah. Revenge of the Boogeyman or Boogeyman 2. So what I'm going to do, Revenge of the Boogeyman there. It's funny because in England we've got Boogeyman. In America they've got the Boogeyman. Yeah. Really, really excited to check this out and to see this film for the first time. But I'll take you downstairs for a closer look at this on the overhead camera. I've got to say this slipcover, man. It's high gloss as well, as you can see. On the front it says Boogeyman 2. It's got a few titles, this film. That's the spine, or that's one of the spines. I'll get that in a shot. Got these two images at the bottom. There's one at the bottom there which says S592 VHS. I like that. I like these touches on here. That's the reversible, or the other side of the slipcover. Boogeyman 2. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the deadliest of them all? And I like this, when I put it on the shelves, I'm going to put it on with this this version of the spine. Again, you've got two things, one at the top, one at the bottom. I'm struggling to see that. I should always put I hope you can see that one there. I should put my glasses on when I do this. Got the other one down there. Just little attention to details, I just really like it. But lovely looking slipcover for sure. It's absolutely brilliant. And you've got lots of different options for how you want to display it on the shelves. Like I say, I'm going to display it on the shelf like that. But brilliant. So in here, I've got to say, as I said before, I'm such a fan of this artwork. I don't know why, I just think it's just great. I don't know if it's got anything to do with the film. It probably hasn't, but you never know. I know that has. This whole mirror thing, this haunted mirror, probably carries over to Revenge of the Boogeyman, as that's a title I would call it. Sometimes it's called Return of the Boogeyman as well. But to have this cover here in fantastic condition as well. You know, you've got this whole, as a synopsis there. This release to me is just pure nostalgia. When I'm seeing this one, I am just transported back to those heady days of the VHS library. Like I say, never saw this one. Saw plenty of VTC releases, but never this one. So in here, you've got the Custom Creations card there, which, like I say, I've left on the screen so you can see it, but I'll show you it once again. Best way to get in touch with the company is Instagram. You can have a good chat there and sort out what you would like. I believe that this picture here is probably on a flashback scene from the first one, although I'm not completely sure. I haven't seen the first one for a while, but I did get the feeling that this was a flashback scene. This is high quality, this picture. I've also heard that sometimes you get a poster with these ones as well. And in here you get the reversible art, or the reversible, yeah, it's a reversible art, reversible image. That's how I remember the video nasty from the UK. So you've got a bit of the first one. You've got a bit of a hark back to that, and that's a nice touch as well. That cover, honestly amazing. Now, what I didn't notice about this, because when I first got the disc out, I didn't really realise that it had a tape on it as well. So if you put it this way, which I think this is the way that it goes, you can see you've got like the start of a cassette tape there. You've got the cassette tape. And I don't know if this is the way that it was presented on the VHS. I'm guessing it probably was. If you had the VHS, this is what you would see. You've got your tape there, your tape reel, and you've also got, this is the little thing that was on there, which is a great touch. One I didn't really see when I first saw it. Obviously, when I've had a good look at it, I've spotted it. That was a thing. So this is presented on a Blu-ray disc, a recordable Blu-ray disc. This is a straight copy from the VHS. Now, another great thing when you put this on, you are treated to the full thing of the tape, which means you do get some trailers at the start. I'll show you some screenshots of the trailers on this video. And I really enjoyed watching that. That was such a blast. This whole experience has been so retro and so nostalgic. I'm really into this. So the main thing is, what did this look like when I put it on? Now this has been taken from the VHS. Now we'll put screenshots on here so you can see what I'm talking about. The screenshots, the VHS is in square frame, and it is struck from the VHS. Now I was thinking that with this being such a rare VHS, you were going to get an average to kind of dodgy copy because of the fact is, where has this tape been for this length of time? And it is definitely taken from a VHS, because you can see a few lines at the start of it. You know, when you see the white lines at the bottom of the picture, you know you're watching a VHS. And so I put it on thinking, yeah, it's going to be what it is. And it is going to be, this is the best way you can get it. But I tell you what, the quality of the picture is remarkably good. It is from the VHS, so it is standard definition. You can't get away from that. I know it's on a Blu-ray player and I'm watching it on a 4K player, so maybe get a little bit of a bump up from that, maybe a touch, but you're kind of watching the VHS, and it looks really good actually. I'm quite surprised, and there's a one thing I've really wanted to do with, and I've talked about this before, if I could find some of my old VHS copies, which are really bad copies, I wanted to put them on. I've got video players. I can put them onto the screen. I can take some screenshots to show you how bad these things looked in the past. Now, I wasn't expecting this one to look that bad, of course, because it's come off a legitimate tape. But what I thought of was the tape would be bad quality. But I tell you what, it's in a really good condition. You get no dropouts. You get no kind of colour flashing. And it's just a really solid picture. I was very impressed by that. Trailers and the film on here, which is basically everything you would see on the VHS. So if you were going to go and buy this VHS, if you wanted to go down that route, you're going to have to pay between 80 to £100. Who knows what the VHS would be like. This one does it all for you. And you've got the remarkable cover, which I love this cover. Like I say, it's one of my standout Video Nasty covers. For whatever reason, I don't know why it connects with me, but it does. And also you've got this amazing custom-made slip as well, with images that I've never seen before. So for me, this is an absolute winner. I do think, as I said before on the video, that this is going to be one of the hardest to get off on the Video Nasty list. I think this is a section 2, but I'll look that up and you'll see something up there that'll tell you where it's from. Now, this one for me, when I've looking through them, when I had the choice of any one that I wanted, I was thinking this would be the hardest one to get. Now, what I'm going to go and do from now on is I'm going to go and get the ones, I'm going to look through the lists, and I'm going to see the ones which I think there is no way on earth I will have a chance to get them. And I will go to custom creations and I'll say, look, I'd love this one, I love that one. They're all there. And I've been talking to custom creations who have said that at this point they're working to getting 1, 2 and 3 sections all in this quality on the clear discs, the clear cases, everything. It's a brilliant set. And I do know that I'll be going back and I'll be getting some more of these really hard to get ones. Now, for me, this is a no-brainer to go and use this company for that, because they offer something that I don't think anybody else really does. I've never seen this talked about before. I've never seen anybody going into this lens to say, look, this is the version you can have. Even back in the day when you used to get copies, the copies were awful. And even if you got an original case, you know, say if you got this one, it still cost you big bucks back in the day, and you were probably going to see one that had been rented out 100 times. So this one, like I say, the quality of it is that, I'm going to say, is that sturdy and not, you know, with all the usual things that goes with VHS when they can deteriorate and just look, you know, really bad. But you can kind of see what's going on and you just say, well, it is what it is. This one for me is, I wouldn't, if I went and got a DVD of it and the DVD was presented, you know, in a way taken from a VHS, I think you would get, this is the better version than you would probably get from that. You would probably get this, maybe the same version or one that looks a bit better. With it being on Blu-ray, that's another reason to think that maybe this is looking just a touch better. But, you know, that's my opinion on this, but I'm so glad to get this. And I want to thank Custom Creations once again for telling me that these things were available. And do get down in the comments down below and do look at that video that I put together that tells you about the Zombie Flesh Eaters cover. So if you think about it, the Zombie Flesh Eaters cover is basically, this is the Video Nasty cover. So the Video Nasty cover for
zombie flesh eaters is the one I've now put on my set from Arrow. I've just went and put it over the top. Really high quality card on these. So I'll leave the links down below. Especially check out Custom Creations Instagram, because you can get an instant reply there, and also the YouTube channel that they've set up, when you can see some of these things that you might want to go for. Don't forget, you've got Video Nasties here, but Custom Creations do other different versions of different slips that you can't get, like hard to get slips. So I'll be going for a few of them, because I think there's a few of mine that just need some slips put over the top of them just to finish them off. I think I've got about 5 left that don't have slips on, so I'll be going to that Custom Creations for that. So anyway, there you go. So thanks for watching. You take care, especially you, Custom Creations, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.